Okay, so today we are talking about incentive marketing, travel agent edition. The reason I said for travel agent is because it really could be used for any business, but we are obviously focusing on our travel business. So I'm excited to share kind of how to drive traffic to your website and social media accounts. I know leads are one of the most important things we all need. So utilizing these options has really helped. Okay, so basically, what is incentive marketing? Incentive marketing is a marketing strategy that uses motivational tactics to promote a product or service. Okay, things like rewards programs, competitions, gift cards, vouchers, and other incentives. Basically, you're doing this to increase awareness, acquire new customers, and to build loyalty. Okay, so a lot of people have things that drive them or motivate them. So basically, incentive marketing is just all about motivation. Okay. So what the program I'm going to be sharing today is called CMI, or it stands for Creative Marketing Incentives. So I'll go through that website with you. Basically, it helps you boost sales and the number of your leads quickly. Okay. So when you utilize these certificates and other high value incentives, you end up with more leads, more sales, more repeat business, and more referrals. All right. So where can these things be used? So you can use them if you run your business primarily through social media. You can use them Facebook, Instagram, or any of your other social media accounts. If you have a business website that you've built out, this program will actually use banners and pop-ups that you can hook into your website and run automations with them. And you can also use this stuff at expos and events. So you can take one of the example certificates, print it out, laminate it, and then when you're at the event, you can have sign up forms where if they give their information, then they're entered to win. And for those, we would typically say kind of have 2 or 3 prizes. That way there's like a first prize, grand prize winner, and then like a second or a third. Um, and a little secret, you can give more than that, the people won't know. So you can always give more than 3. So in order to get more leads, basically you're going to provide the incentive for something you want them to do. Okay, so subscribing to your newsletter, if you want them to attend a meeting or a webinar, if you want them to complete a consultation call for their booking, or if you want them to follow your social media account. Okay, so these are basically a trade-off where you want them to do something, and in return, you're giving them something of good value. So an example would be subscribe to our newsletter today for a chance to win a free, and you could fill it in with one of the certificate options, a 3-night resort or some airfare. So I'll go through all of those, and no purchase necessary. Now, for all of these, I usually try to include an asterisk, and I'm going to go over why we say certain things when we do these. Okay. So for more sales, you can use these for clients who are on the fence about purchasing. You can run a limited time promotion, create a sense of urgency. Okay. When something is like a limited time, people tend to go ahead and pull the trigger, especially if they're kind of emotionally involved. So if they've been dreaming of this trip with their husband or a trip with their kids, and they're kind of worried about the money, this is a great thing to be like, hey, book your trip by such and such date. So by May 31st to receive a complimentary $100 dining card on us. Okay. So basically, they're purchasing something for the same value they were going to or considering, but now they're getting extra value and perks for that same purchase. Another way to get even more sales is you can use these incentives for BOGO deals. Okay. So for like, let's say they book a certain type of trip. So if they book a cruise, then you can offer a complimentary cruise. Okay. So buy one cruise, get one cruise. Okay. Buy a flight plus a hotel, and we'll give you a 3-night hotel stay. Okay. Now, you can advertise these right up front, pop-ups on your websites, little slogans on your social media posts. You can be upfront about these. These are allowed in the rules and regulations. So BOGOs are a great way to do this. You can run promotions on social media in order to be entered into contests. So you can do things like, share the trip you went on and get a trip. So another one is book a 3+ night vacation to receive a 3-night hotel voucher at a location of your choice. People love getting more value for the same thing they were already thinking about purchasing. Another option is repeat business. Okay, we don't want clients just once. We want them to keep booking with us and have those good experiences. Okay, so use incentives for customer appreciation. When they book a vacation, you can surprise them with a $100 restaurant discount card. Okay, loyalty bonuses. You can say something like, hey, book 3 trips with me. After that, you receive a free airfare voucher or whatever certificate you choose to give them. Okay. So an example would be, thank you for booking your vacation with us. Enjoy dinner on us with a $100 restaurant discount card. Okay. So these are just all ways to keep providing value on a high-end level. Another way you can use these is for referrals. Okay. So again, something they're doing and you're giving them something in return. You can offer them if they book a trip with you and then they refer one of their friends and that friend ends up booking, then they can receive a complimentary 3-night hotel stay. Okay, so that gets us referrals. Word of mouth is sometimes the best advertising, and this is a great way to get our travelers and clients to tell others about it. Social media referrals promotions. You can do things like tag a friend, share this post on your feed, and be entered to win a cruise certificate. Okay. An example of that would be like have travel friends book with us and refer a friend that books to receive a complimentary 3-night hotel stay. Okay, so these are just some options for kind of getting people to talk about your business and share it with others. So for the categories for the particular program CMI that I'm going to show you, they have the categories of hotel savings cards, smart device certificates, restaurant cards, airfare vouchers, cruise certificates, and resort certificates. Okay, so we get to utilize all those categories. Now, I will say, when we do this, be upfront with rules for redeeming incentives, and I'll go over this more. Share the costs and fees for redemption, taxes, port fees, etc. So that's why I say with the asterisk, that helps cover you. Share that information. So if they have to pay taxes and fees at the resort, they need to know that up front that yes, you're giving them a free ticket or a free certificate, but you're not covering all the taxes and fees. Okay. You can create landing pages that go over the full details. You can direct them to a link with all the details for booking and how it works. And then just follow all the rules and regulations. So you can't use it for yourself. You can't use these certificates to book yourself on 10 trips and things like that. Okay, so here's the categories I was referring to. These are the options that you can provide to your clients. Okay, so the hotel savings, different devices, restaurants, airfare, cruises, and resort certificates. All right, so going to show you a little bit more of how this works. All right, so the program I use is called Creative Marketing Incentives. Okay, so this is an example of a landing page for one of the things they win. Okay, so this would give them the complete details up front. Okay, 2-night hotel stay getaway, tells them about the destinations, the retail value. Okay, now right at the moment it says get a free sample because I'm on the outside of the website, but theirs would look similar to this. Okay, and it gives little videos for promotions. Okay, so that one's for us, and I'll show you what they look like on the other side for customers. Okay, they get great reviews. Okay, people love these. So like for this one, the details would be they can activate it, and then they have 24 months to complete the travel offer after activation. Okay, they can choose from their destinations and their dates, booking confirmation, travel 7 days a week. They get to choose over 50 luxury destinations, good for 2 adults and 2 children. Just pay taxes and fees. Okay. And with these, we don't have to be the agent. Okay. So they're not booking these through us. They are going to all be directed to book it through the company. Okay, so this is just giving them the information and it's self-serve from there and they work with the agents here. So let me get the main site up here. Okay, so here's an example of some of the certificates that are available. Now, some of them you may consider like smaller prizes, like a smart device, a touchscreen MP4 player. You know, most of us now have cell phones and different things like that. Bluetooth speakers, earbuds. Okay, so some of these are some of the smaller ones that we can do. But I want to show you more on the actual trips. Okay, so here's an example of a 1 to 4 night Las Vegas hotel and casino. Okay, and everything is up front as far as what the qualifications are, what it covers, okay, how it works, and any taxes and fees there as upfront as possible about what they cost. Okay, and it even explains to them how to do it. They activate it, they start planning, they book it. Okay, so it's a super easy process. Okay, we've got 2-night hotel stays, 3-night hotel stays. Okay, so all of these are available to give to your customers at your discretion. Okay, this is airfare. I generally use this one for like my grand prize. This isn't usually one of the ones that I do just for followers or something like that. So this one is a 7-night resort family of 4. Okay, so that one is I usually use save for the grand prizes and use the smaller ones for more everyday things. This is another one I enjoy giving out. It's an all-inclusive resort. Okay, but you just share the taxes and fees. No timeshare, no sales presentations that they have to sit through. This is just a vacation. Okay. So these are some of the options that we have to give away. A 4-night cruise. Okay. And these are with high-end companies. You know, sometimes you'll hear those programs on the radio or something like that, and then you end up calling in and they're like, well, if you give me $100 now, you can stay in a 2-star hotel, but I can't tell you what hotel. So when we do these, you can see exactly which hotels, which cruise lines you can activate with. Okay, so let's see. And when you give these, you have the option to say use compliments of and use your branding, your name, your information. So then they would be able to go through this. All right, so that's an example of like the video, okay, how it explains it, gives them the retail value, okay. They put their email address in, reviews for how it is, okay, people who have utilized it, how it works, okay. So these are all very professional looking pages that you don't have to create, they come with it. And then the thing I love is it says participating cruise lines. That lets them know up front, these are the cruises. It's not a non-name brand shady cruise. These are cruise lines you can trust. Okay, so that's what I like about these a lot is upfront they know what they can do. All right, so let's show you another one. All right, so this is another example of one. Okay, another video that it creates. And you can make flyers for these. You can direct them to the links from your website once they've given you their information. Okay, and again, it gives you a directory. So up front, they know what they can get. Okay. So this one's one of the international ones. So again, these are name brand higher end ones that we can share. So you have the options for PDF. You can send these by email to a winner. They sign up for your newsletter. You can send them by text. You can create web banners and landing pages where it lives at the top of your website or a specific page until you remove it. You can have sticky bars on your website. They make it very simple. You basically enter what you want to put in and it just gives you the code and you copy the code to your website. I like the pop-ups, so you can have these change as often as you want. So somebody goes to the website once and it may show the 3-night hotel stay. But then the next time they visit your website, it may say airfare or restaurant. Okay. So you can have it change if you want. You can have it pop up after a certain amount of time, certain pages only. You can do it like on pages where they're already looking at things for booking and have your BOGO offer pop up. You can add these as QR codes. And there's all other sorts of API, which is basically a way to integrate it with other things. So they have that as well. Now, the other thing they have is what's called a premium PDF. So let's say you have a VIP customer where you don't even want them to have to pay the taxes and fees, okay? Then you can cover that cost. So some people do choose to do that. The thing to keep in mind with the premium, if they don't activate it within a certain amount of time, that certificate is lost and you may have paid for it and they didn't activate it. So save those for your VIP customers or people you know are going to for sure do it within the 30 days so that you're not paying that amount and it doesn't get used. Okay. They have different marketing tools in here. Okay. So if you wanted to create flyers, you could use it like this, add it to Canva, add your branding. Okay, so for the Las Vegas trip, welcome to Las Vegas, give some of the perks and the benefits. Okay, this is where you could take this, download it into Canva, and then just replace this part with your branding. Okay, so if you want to make flyers or Instagram posts, Facebook posts, these are great ways to do it. Then I'll show you another one here. All right, so let's say I want to do a PDF for like an expo and I want to have it and be able to print it. That way they know what they're getting and how it works. Okay, so I'm going to skip the compliments of just so you can see the PDF. And when you deliver these to like specific clients or people who have signed up for newsletters or such, you can use exclusively for, and it will show their specific name. Okay. And they've also created some designs. Okay, so I'll show you the different ones. So I don't like this one as much because it's a little bit messier. Okay, I feel like it's a lot about terms and conditions and it's not as focused on what they get. Okay, but you have that option. Okay, there's a web only one. Okay, give some pictures, give some information. And then there's a second option that goes over a bit more of how we do this. So then you can customize it. Okay. And if you choose compliments of, then your branding gets put up over here, you can have your logo, your phone number, your company name, your email. And then this is the type of PDF that they would get. Okay. Those features are right up front. Now, for these, you could print this one out as an example for an expo because this one doesn't have a certificate ID. Okay, and every certificate that you provide will have its own certificate ID. So these can't be copied. So if you give it to a client, they can't go make 10 photocopies and then give it to 10 other people. It's only redeemable once based on your ID. Okay, and it shows them it expires if they don't activate, but once they activate it, they have 24 months to complete the travel. Okay, so everything's very upfront. You can use this same information if you want to go to Canva and make a flyer. You know, these are the features, how we can do this. Okay, this is the information you can provide right up front and post it to any of your social media. Okay, so that's some of the options that they have. Okay, so I also want to show you one other way I use for my social media. So it's a program called Sociamonials. Some of you may be familiar with it. It helps you schedule your social media postings. Okay. It also has an AI content creator. It has options for user generated content. So basically a campaign where people who are involved in it submit something. So like they'll submit their picture. Let's say you're doing a honeymoon um, campaign and say, hey, submit your honeymoon pictures or a picture of you and your honey with the hashtag of this, then they can also see everybody else's pictures on a landing page. That way it becomes more of like a community and a fun thing. My favorite option, and the reason I got this program, was because they have an option for a sweepstakes campaign. Okay, so for this sweepstakes campaign, it's run for you. You just basically build the pieces that are specific to you and your brand and your business and how you want it to look, and then it runs it for you. So let me show you a couple examples here. These are some of the campaigns that are open. So you can filter them down, okay, by the types of campaigns. You can create one completely from scratch, but it is very easy to just use theirs and put it in. So let's say I want referrals. Maybe that's my goal, is referrals. Okay, these are the ones that would kind of fit into that category. Let's say you wanted them to sign up for something and kind of focus more on signing up and putting in their information. Okay, let's say you want testimonials. Okay, so you can ask them, for your past clients who have already booked, you can ask them, hey, for a review, can you do this? Okay, and then again, if I pair this with CMI so that I can give them the incentives for doing these reviews. Okay, but I love the sweepstakes, especially if you're trying to build up a social media presence. I like to run this one. Okay, so this is kind of the back end of how you would set it up. You would name it. Okay, you can have it set up attached to Facebook. And I'll show you in a second why that one's really good. So if you have a list that you're trying to incorporate, like a past clients or people who've booked cruises, so you can set it up of these lists that you want to attach it to. Okay, you have different options for email notifications, different options for winners. Okay, you can change the wording of these. Okay, so it gives you kind of an idea, but you can change it however you want. And then what I like about this one is if you have a specific goal in mind for social media, it allows you to share the different items. All you do is check them. So let's say I'm trying to build Facebook and Instagram, and I want them to join our Facebook group or visit us. You just pick which one and you put in your information. Okay. So this would be your Facebook page. You can change what the button looks like. Okay. I mentioned those photo contests. This is where they can upload photos, upload videos if you want them to visit a page. And then this actually, as long as you put in the correct links, it tracks it for you. Okay, so that when you say you can change when it ends, then whenever it ends, then it will do the picking based on what's there. Okay, so you don't have to manually go count something or track if they clicked this, track if they followed you. This is completely run for you. Okay, and then you can add custom challenges as well or bonus items. Okay, so I'll give you an example of what it looks like. Okay, so this is kind of an example of what it would look like, and you would just have your details in here. So this would be your logo. This could be like one of the 4-day certificates. Okay, you could have different prizes for first, second, and third. The pictures that you want in here. Okay, and basically all they have to do is do their email, first and last name. If they are joining by submitting for an email address, okay, if they're doing the clicks on social media or the followings or the sharing, it gives them all the exact instructions. Okay. And so if they've already entered, they can view status if you want them to kind of see where they're ranking. Okay. But there's all sorts of them in here for different things. Okay. This is one of the photo ones. Okay. So like for Mother's Day, you can have them share a picture of them and their mom. Okay. So it just walks them through. The lucky winner receives a prize. And then the community sees these. So all these pictures that are attached, and then they can go in and like other people's photos. So it's a great way to get community interaction and add these, and then a winner gets chosen at the end. So that's my favorite part of this, but it does have the options to publish to all of your social medias. Okay, so it makes it super simple just to post out your information, your campaigns. It has a calendar here for like what types of categories. Okay, so let's say every Monday you want to try to do a blog post, and reference it. Every Tuesday you want to do an engagement type post. Okay, this helps you schedule it and send it out. You can run reports. Okay, so this is the brand new account, so I'm showing you a blank one. But you can run reports for the clicks, the engagement, the conversions, okay, the likes. If you've got a campaign going, same thing. You can see the engagement and the referred visits. So this is where when somebody clicks on it and then shares it and then one of their friends interacts, you'll see these referred ones. Okay. Share buttons. You'll be able to see the share buttons and what's happened with them. Okay. You also have the option for contacts. Okay. So you will get, that's why I said I like the Facebook profile form, because when they hook their Facebook profile in, you get their profile image, their name, okay, their information that they entered. Okay, so you can automatically see the information from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, how many they've referred. Okay, so this is like ongoing information. AI writer. Okay, it can help you write social media posts. In the premium version, you can have like blogs and emails, campaigns. Okay, but it can help automatically with getting campaigns started in social media through their AI. So I want to thank you for watching my incentive marketing training. And this was the travel agent edition. So I'm going to go ahead and put the links to the programs that we kind of talked about and went over today down in the description. So feel free to check those out below. And as always, feel free to subscribe for more island life travelpreneur tips and videos to come. Thank you.